Thank you. I call Mr. Limbrick.
Thank you, President. The Liberal Democrats believe in government transparency and the prudent use of taxpayers' money, so we will support the motion referring matters to the Ombudsman regarding the red shirts affair, the independence of the public service and the role of the social media unit. Some of you might think the red shirts issue is an internal factional matter for the Labor Party. For those of you that think this, I guess the best way to stay out of it is by simply abstaining. But if you take away the noise that comes from various political agendas, I believe there's some outstanding matters that should be addressed. The original whistleblower, who should be applauded for their courage in raising this matter and suffered a great personal toll as a result, has told my staff that there are some serious outstanding issues that must be looked at. I'm not going to repeat them all in detail here because I cannot personally corroborate them because they're before my time, but suffice to say that they are numerous. This is in no way meant to criticise the Ombudsman's original investigation, but clearly the best way to get to the bottom of it all is by using the special powers invested in IBAC. Whilst this is a serious matter, I feel the investigation into the independence of the public service is even more important. The politicisation of the public service is potentially a serious, long-term and corrosive problem. I think all Victorians would prefer that our health departments are managed by health experts and our electricity grid was managed by energy experts rather than experts in politics. I suspect that some of the failures we experienced during the pandemic might be attributed to political considerations overriding expertise. It should be looked into. We are also intrigued by the prospect of getting to the bottom of the role of the social media unit. I personally saw how political social media works when I witnessed a protest by construction workers outside the CFMEU back in October last year. I went there because I thought this situation was odd and I didn't trust the government or the media to tell the truth about it. I did. I spoke to numerous people there and witnessed what was going on. There was no evidence there that people were fake tradies or man-baby Nazis or anything other than construction workers that I could see. And if you doubt this, I urge you to watch the live streams of the event. However, immediately after, there was a coordinated campaign to discredit these people on social media. The thought bubble was quickly picked up by the mainstream media, and I would like to discover the origins of this campaign and determine if it emanated from a government-funded social media unit. Maybe you don't agree with the aims of these protesters, but perhaps you might agree that producing disinformation is not a public service. It is not too hard to imagine that if this kind of infrastructure is allowed to stay in place, that disinformation campaigns could be aimed at people who you agree with at some future date. I don't know if there's been corrupt conduct, but I do know that there's many questions that deserve to be answered. This is an important motion and the Liberal Democrats commend it to the House.